So Bruce, what do you see as sort of the future of business and Twitter?
Well, we're very excited by the social CRM aspects to Twitter, and as investors, Bloomberg Capital is an early stage venture fund, and we're focusing a lot on the real-time web. And we're getting a lot of feedback from our chief information officers from Global 2000 companies about social media in the enterprise. So we fundamentally believe, as sort of an investment thesis, that over the course of the next few years, every single company, small, medium, and large company throughout America and globally, are going to have multiple Twitter accounts so that they can monitor their brand, they can affect and see the impact of their brand across, the internet effectively.
And how do you think business can best use Twitter to sort of like monetize their own interests?
Sure. I mean, there's going to be ability to follow and see who the influencers are on Twitter. So if someone has hundreds of thousands of followers on Twitter, for example, that's really important for a business to understand those influencers and how they can effectively monetize that by creating different programs where they reach out to those influencers who then subsequently reach out further. And we see the opportunity where fundamentally everyone's going to probably have a dashboard on their computer, every business user, with a company like Hootsuite or something like that, for example, that monitors a lot of the flow and traffic on Twitter, but effectively for all of the social CRM companies that will ultimately be out there to effectively really monitor their brands and influence the influencers and just further reach consumers and business users effectively.
And personally, how have you seen your use of Twitter to sort of grow your own contacts in your network?
Sure. Well, it's interesting, I think, for us to go from kind of the dawn of the internet to blogging to tweeting. So it's really just so much more real time. And even my colleague who's here as well, Bipul Sinha, yesterday, I think he was on TechCrunch. They said he was the #1 tweeter yesterday here at the 140 conference because he was just constantly tweeting, whether it was people he was meeting or different events that he was listening to some of the different speakers and gleaning some information. And the fact that we can share information now in real time is it's pretty exciting, and it's disruptive in terms of its effect, we think, over the long term, in terms of how people run their business and the economy as a whole.